Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some stuff. So, I'm not sure if y'all have heard this yet, but based upon leaks and messages from Fortnite, we may or may not be seeing the 7 comeback next chapter. Holy crap, am I ready for this? Now, the Fortnite storyline this chapter hasn't been bad. But I have felt less engaged with Fortnite storyline. I have not really felt engaged with the storyline over this chapter. It's not bad, but I don't really didn't care for the storyline for chapter 6 that much. Same case for chapter 5. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play the game, see how the story goes. I wasn't nearly as active with the storyline. And yeah, there were parts where I was actually active with the storyline. However, it was a little bit rarer. It was after the disappointing story of Chapter 4. I was like, what's even the point anymore of playing this game, or playing this game for the storyline? The storyline's kind of booty cheeks now, so. But now we're finally seeing something come back that feels familiar. Now, I'm not saying familiarity means that the storyline's gonna be good. I'm definitely not saying that. In fact, the OG storyline's kind of been all over the place recently, so it's been like, for example, they made Kevin purple after he was red. I don't know, but is my dad? Yeah, probably. But either way, I can't help but feel this season's storyline kind of sucked. And, or not this season's, this chapter storyline kind of felt, it wasn't bad. I definitely don't think it was bad. I think it was better. It's probably been the best storyline we've gotten since chapter 6, but the bar was pretty low, if I'm being a little honest. Or since chapter 4, did I say it? I meant, y'all, as you can tell, I'm very tired right now. And my dog's barking, that's lovely. Alright, you're gonna die. Holy bad aim. Alright, anyway. I got a mother flipping whatever. Apparently shield potions are worth a rank up. Alright. But anyway. Fortnite storyline has been it's not been at its worst, but it certainly hasn't been its best recently. I will not deny the storyline's gotten better since chapter 4 and 5. The storyline hasn't been horrible, that's for sure. But I can't help but feel that this storyline has kind of been bogged down for a little bit. Alright, that guy clearly didn't know what he was doing at all. But, either way, storyline... Bro is desperate. Alright, yeah. Anyway, though, I cannot... Fuck! Oh, damn! Ah! I could have won that. Oh well. To be fair, I was caught off guard, so, you know. Anyway, this season's storyline, and this chapter storyline as a whole, hasn't really felt fulfilling. You could say it's put a damper on my opinion on this game. I don't think the game's bad, by any means. I think the game has improved since Chapter 5. Chapter 5, it came from being honestly one of the worst chapters ever. A pretty middle of the road, albeit chapter, but nowhere near as bad as I feel like people have been saying could be. I don't know. I'm just kind of venting here at this point. I don't know how to describe my feelings towards the storyline, because I haven't engaged with it enough to really talk about it. I don't hate Fortnite storyline. I have never hated it completely. However, there has been some strong points and some weak points. I forgot to change my settings. My audio settings is lovely. Hopefully there's no copyrighted music. Oh, yeah. ads on my videos anyway, because I don't have enough subscribers to do that. But either way, this storyline has been mixed recently. Chapter 3 was arguably its peak, maybe Chapter 2. It depends on how you interpret it. But after Chapter 3, 2 and 3, storyline went into basically just became dormant. We just basically sped up the events of the. I don't know how to describe my honest disappointment with the story. Chapter 4 started the roller coaster of, not a roller coaster, it's obviously been a pretty it's like a train more than a roller coaster. A train of mediocrity. And Chapter 6, I think, but I feel engaged with the story. The story hasn't gotten good enough to where I'm like, holy crap, I want to engage with this. And that's just the unfortunate truth. I haven't really cared about the mini events that much as of recent. One where we fought the octopus. How did I forget his name? The Dark Presence. When we fought that guy with the tentacle monster, I was like, cool, this is cool and all, but what does this really contribute to Fortnite? I didn't really as much character focus besides Hope. I think Hope is a good character. That is one of the few benefits of recent Fortnite story. They put a lot of focus on the Hope character, and I think they should keep going with that. She's the main character of Fortnite right now, and I like having Hope as the main character. But I can't really feel anything like that for any other character besides maybe Jones, but he's kind of regressed as a character, if I'm being honest. He keeps switching from this, oh, I'm so dark and cool, to being his like Chapter 2 reversion. Or it's like, pick a lane, please. I don't want to see my favorite guy just be flanderized, I guess. You know, it's funny. In the Simpsons season, that's where he probably... In the Simpsons season, he feels flanderized. He's either really deep and dark and cool and stuff, or he's like the klutz guy. And I feel like that's just unfortunate. That's just stupid in my opinion. Okay. Literally just the charge shotgun the worst. Alright. Yeah, my blitzes are booty cheeks in the game. To be fair, I am too, but, you know, I'm not as booty cheeks as these guys seem to be. No one hears a word they say. Sorry. Anyway, once the 7 comes, I really look forward to seeing the 7 come back. However, I'm not going to actively go crazy about the storyline just because they came back. That's not going to automatically mean the storyline. Cool, we see a bunch of new characters. What? With Jones? But, oh, this guy has actual. So it turns out the guy with the actual shotgun gets the, or, well, not good shotgun. Outlaw isn't my favorite, but, you know. But yeah, I honestly just have no attachment to this chapter story, and I want to see it improve. Now, here are some fixes I would like to talk about. So first things first. Give Hope something, or develop the villains more. Give Hope something good to, like, fight, I guess. The villain, this chapter as a whole, the Dark Presence, was developed okay, but I didn't really have any connection to the Dark Presence. I felt like, okay, that's another character that exists in the storyline now that adds on. But what does this contribute? Hope has been the only character that I think this, as of recent, that has been developed good. And maybe Doom, but Doom's a collab character. I don't count him. Besides her, though, Hope, not really any development, especially with the villains. I feel like all the Chapter 5 villains were kind of undercooked. Like, Valeria did jack in the story, besides lift an arm, or get an arm out of the ground. Let's see, who was the Chapter 5 Season 2? Oh, yeah. Zeus, he did something. I don't know what. He kind of was like, ooh, I hate these guys. That was it. I hate these mortals. What does that really contribute to anything? And then Donnie, or not Donnie, I forgot his name. I call him Donnie now. Or fudge, Megalodon. He, holy crap, dead. Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, Donnie contributes. I keep calling him Donnie. Oh my gosh. Megalodon contributes enough to the story, but not really enough, I guess you could say. He does his job of being a cool guy who's a villain, I guess, but also kind of funny. But he doesn't really do it too great. He just kind of exists too, just like he was definitely the best out of the three. But to be fair, the level at which the other two were at was about as low as you would It's the Jongleur! Alright, that was really... I don't know why these guys are so easy to kill at the start, but then they become actually relatively good. Oh, although, I guess in some cases, yeah. Okay, my brain... Sorry, y'all. My brain's kind of inching closer and closer to its demise. But they need improved villains, because I do not feel a single point of connection with any of these villains. And I really hope that they can improve that to make it better, because, Mamma Mia, do I feel tired of seeing these booty cheek villains that don't really do anything in the story besides just make something happen. I mean, albeit that should be what a villain does, but they should make more than one thing happen. They should make the hero question themselves and question their own skill and question their own morals, whatever. I don't want to see a villain that just exists and I don't want to see a basic bad guy. I want to see a cool bad guy that does actually contribute something to the story. Holy bad aim. Holy bad aim. Oh, that was close. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry to say, but both of our aim is horrible. Alright, anyway. I think this season has been done okay, or this chapter was done okay storyline. But, okay, well, actually, what else besides villains should I talk about? Oh, let's see here. So, I think that the story should honestly have a smaller scope. I think if we focus back to what made, in my opinion, what made the story as good as it was that it didn't have, like, a humongous focus, like, oh my gosh, the whole Omniverse is at risk. And I get that's, like, kind of what the 0 point's for. It's literally a representation of the Omniverse, kind of. But the scope, I feel like, should be a little bit smaller, just at the start of the chapter. I think it should escalate over time, not stay the same the whole time and feel like it's just cluttered, honestly. And I want to see this story improve. That's just my genuine truth. I want to see this story become better and evolve, not go back into what's normal. And, albeit, the 7 are cool to get back. But what will they contribute, is my honest question. Will they contribute an actual part of the storyline? Will they come back as evil? If then, how will they make that? Or how they attach that to Jones and his connection to all of it? What will he do? What will they do? How will this affect the story as a whole? Not just the season story, because that's basically what it was before. How will this affect the whole story in general? How... Oh, that was close. Anyway, yeah. I guess that's it. I was kind of just talking here, but yeah. That'll be the end of the video. I will see you all later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Gotta end the video.